Welcome to the Strong Baby Mama Show. I'm your host, Cortaiga Collins. Don't forget to click subscribe and the notification bell so that you will be notified every time we have a new video. You do not want to miss all of this amazing content that's going to be coming your way. When a relationship ends badly, there is always a temptation to want to punish the other person. When children are involved, I have seen how mothers want to punish the father by keeping the child from their father. That could, in some instances, punish the father, but it definitely punishes the child. For those who don't know, the Strong Baby Mama movement was birthed out of my own personal experiences. The relationship that I had with my son's father ended horribly, and in the beginning, I did want to hurt him. But I had to make a choice whether to go with my feelings or what would be the best choice for my son, and I chose my son. Here to talk about what it's like to have two loving parents that live in two separate households is my son, the motivation behind the Strong Baby Mama movement, Jaalon Hughes. Hi, Jaalon. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for agreeing to be a part of the show. So, Jaalon, tell me what it means to you to be the motivation behind this movement, the Strong Baby Mama movement.
Honestly, it's a euphoric feeling. Just to know how hard you've worked on it and how much time you've invested, and to see it take off like this, it's a great feeling knowing that I was the reason behind it, and part of the reason that you wanted to change lives. So I would say it's a great feeling.
All right, great. Okay, so you know a little bit about me and your dad's history and how it started off rocky. But tell me what it meant to you to grow up with your dad being in your life.
It meant a lot. It was nice having a father figure in my life, not just him, but granddad. He was an excellent father figure to me, and the relationship we have is outstanding, and I feel like that helped me build a better relationship with my father. And I would say me and my father are pretty close. We make a lot of jokes. We have fun. He's not really a talkative person all the time, but I know that when we do talk, it's from the heart, and we do have a great love for each other.
Okay, great. Do you have any friends that maybe grew up in single parent homes that the mom and the dad didn't get along with each other?
I do. A couple of my friends, their parents don't get along at all, and I either hear them talking bad about their fathers or bad about their mothers, and I just honestly it hurts me because that their parents' relationship is so torn that it's reflecting onto them. And it's just, I feel like they're both your parents and you should love them equally. So to hear their child talk about them in that manner is just, my heart aches for them.
So would you agree that two parents getting along, even if the relationship didn't work out, is important for the emotional well-being of the child?
Absolutely.
Okay. Do you feel like that you're in a better place emotionally because your dad and I had a good relationship?
Yes. I feel like whatever I can't talk to about with one parent, I can talk to the other parent about, and the fact that you two both get along very well, it somehow comes back to both of you, and you both handle it accordingly. So I feel like I was very blessed to have both of you get along.
We're blessed to have you too, Jaalon. Jaalon, do you think there are any drawbacks to having two parents that get along and talk to each other?
Yes, but no. The drawbacks that I would say are I don't get my way a lot of the times, and when I feel like one parent would agree with something and the other one doesn't, it doesn't always work out like that, and I feel like if I go to one parent for one thing and they say no, I can go to the other parent for the other thing. But you all are both in accordance and you agree with each other on a lot of things, pretty much everything, and you have both helped keep me in line throughout my 19 years of living.
Okay. Well, that answer was not scripted. I did not give Jaalon the questions in advance, but that's exactly the point that I wanted to make. When you get along with your child's non-custodial parent, it helps you to make better decisions for the child together. You can make mutual decisions that will help them in the long run. And then women, we like to say that, we're independent and we can do it on our own, but we need the benefit of a male perspective, especially when we're raising boys. And also, one of the good things about having a good relationship with a non-custodial parent is when your child tries to lie about, not saying that Jaalon did that, but when your child tries to lie about where they're going or what they did or what they want, you can check with the other parent and be like, hey, Johnny said he was going to do this at your house, or is that true? So that's a good point, Jaalon. Thank you for bringing that out. Okay, Jaalon, tell me, what is your greatest childhood memory?
My greatest childhood memory actually doesn't come from you or my father. It actually comes from spending time with granddad, who was a father figure to me. Just being a kid and going to like the Lake of the Ozarks and down to the Mississippi River and walking across and just talking to him and just walking around the house with him and pretty much just doing everything with him. It was a great feeling, and that really helped our relationship growing up, because a lot of teens nowadays don't really they don't have the relationship with their grandparents as
Right.
I do with mine. And I feel like being a kid and spending that much time with them, it was great, because now whenever I talk to them, it's just like, it's almost like I'm talking to one of my friends. Like, I can just be myself, and it's just a great time to be around them.
Okay, that's great. So what do you think having access to two positive male role models in your life did for your esteem, for your ambition? What do you think it did for you as a young man?
I think it helped me realize who I am and what I want to do. It definitely taught me a lot of valuable life lessons. Having two father figures, positive father figures, definitely taught me how to treat women and how to respect women, because both of them granddad loves his wife, and my father, he respects women, and it was I just feel like being around both of them all the time, it had a very positive impact on who I am and who I've become. And I know whenever I have a problem, I can just talk to them, and they'll pretty much just tell me how it is, and they never really put me down.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and for my esteem, it was great, because just being around them and seeing how they carry themselves, I kind of like mirrored their actions, and that I guess you would say I'm proud.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say I got that from them, but I know who I am.
Yes, yes. It borders on arrogance sometimes, I think. But it's good. It's good. You know how to be humble, right?
Definitely.
So you bring out a good point, though. So all of those things that you learned from them, no matter how much I loved you, and no matter how many sacrifices I made for you, I could not teach you those things that you got from them. So I think it's important for moms to know, no matter how much you love your child, no matter how much you give them, you cannot teach them the valuable lessons. You cannot teach a young man who he is. So I think that that's great. Jaalon, I joke about him being arrogant, but he has a great sense of self-worth. You have a great sense of self-identity. You know who you are and what you're capable of. I don't mind saying that your father is a highly intelligent man, and you have those same characteristics that he has of being, super intelligent. And I know that you are going to go on to do phenomenal, great things, Jaalon. So, Jaalon, we're out of time now. I thank you so much for spending time with your mom. Jalen and I have a very special relationship, so I appreciate him being here. But Jalen, before you go, I would like for you to look into the camera and talk to any single mom that may be watching, or any single parent who is intentionally withholding their child back from the father because they don't get along, or talk to them about why you think it's important for them to get along with the other parent.
What I would say to single mothers out there who are keeping their child from their father, one thing my mother used to always tell me, and still tells me to this day, let go and let God. It's very important for that child to have both parents in their life. Whether you and their other parent get along, you have to put your feelings aside and think about what's best for your child. A lot of children grow up without fathers, and the outcome can be catastrophic. I've seen mothers cry over lost sons because they didn't have father figures in their life to teach them what to do, what not to do. Not saying single mothers can't do that, but like my mother said, every child needs both parents. If you're withholding your child from seeing their parent, if you all don't get along, you need to let that go, because your child has great things in them, and both parents want to be able to see those things come out, and you want what's best for your child.
I couldn't have said it better myself. We're so thankful for Jaalon to come out and share his perspective of the benefits of having two families in two different households that get along. For any single mom out there that's holding on to anger or bitterness, like Jaalon said, let it go. Your child needs and deserves both parents. I know it's tough to forgive someone who doesn't even think that they need to be forgiven. But you can do it, because remember, you're stronger than you think.
Growing up with a mother like mine it had its challenges, but overall it was great. She did everything she could. She went above and beyond for all three of her children, or four of her children. So just being around her and being able to have a great relationship with her, it was fantastic, because I honestly love my mother more than anything, and she means the world to me, and the bond that we have, I can't put it into words. It's just amazing.